basic, no visual system, all of that. New team Marijata is telling you this morning, Mbappe has been super fantastic in the first season.
Yeah, just in the great car. Say, I'm so more brepa, but we're a serious guy.
And a Kabi Big Shem say guy no mentality also. He has a high octane mentality. And you go to a World Cup final like Messi, trying to sway the game in your favor. Yo, Mbappe mentality no saka sen for Freddie actually say. The modern day Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso no will have Mbappe as the leader of the project and Vinicius. Yeah, Vinicius, mama nako.
Well, sure.
Look, my catch show. Enipa mienu ntimi nye face of a project o. Ensi o football mu. Enipa mienu entumi nye nipa miensa entumi nye face of a project. Ensi o ba bia da none of the eras generations that team be sorry ye. Arigo Saki Milan no ana. Every time attacker that team no had top notch quality players. Ancelotti Milan no so be top notch. Maldini, Costa Curta, Nesta, Cafu. Omunyina wa chobi but Shevchenko mo na adwuma ni si o mo na so. Nti na Roman Abramovich o breaki bank cover Shevchenko ba ye no. Crespo mu ani mo Rui Costa the 21st century number 10. And then Kaka. Omo na adwuma ni jira mo na so but back in defense me say na di damu nyina ho. Pep Guardiola ni team no hwehwe no. He had Iniesta, he had Xavi, he had Busquets. Del Bosque catch say, "Oh, hwehwe game na hu game no. Oh, hwehwe game na hu Busquets. Hu Busquets abe hu game no." But Messi was the face of that Pep Guardiola project. Messi, Mbappe and Vinicius, two of them ntimi nye project ni mani nye ye. Na Vinicius ni tiri anye ye. It was Ronaldo the face of the project. After Ronaldo, Benzema became the next face. After Benzema, it was Vinicius. But Vinicius, one didn't ring and check. And unfortunately, who say Mbappe asaba beka ho no. Na dia de na akwa ye no. Yo, Madrid for project ni ntimi ka say Mbappe o Vinicius.
Because on my jatum say irrespective of almost season, said yes, I Mbappe has been superb. Say over debut season, Osha more goals, which is 38. I don't know quite a 39. Like be being on my chest, say a new council building the team around.
I mean, so how can you tell me say two players will be a face of Real Madrid team this year?
So question is say Vini Bejatum so Nami Wahan or Bayana Afidi or no neighbor baby. Vini
on Mensi. Now Raul, Raul Ronaldo never pam Raul. Raul was the original Kino. And Ronaldo Benzema more generation never sack Raul. Raul was a king, the god, mini god of the Benabao. Vinicius Mbappe, it's cracked down. Yo, Baku the leader of the project, Baku Beko. And yeah, you need to understand this. This is football. It has happened many years. Look, and now they see a game. Lami Yama, someone says Lewandowski Munina Basa. But omuni say Lami the face of the Barca project. Now why when you Barca ni so who said Lami is not there, but Rafinha is in the team. Ter Stegen is in the team. Lewandowski, but Rafinha, this guy, the youngster. One person has to be the face, or the son has to worship him. Hazard was the face of that Chelsea team. I don't think Salah ni money pie, you know. Na ba kwa fa kwa hono. So I also quite running quickly now. This was the Air Classico 2 management and that TV so fair. Of course, it was the Air Classico. So Osha Shexini, Oje Shexini and them go post in the Barcelona for it was a typical back four 4-2-3-1 2 double pivot, you know, Frankie de Jong na Pedri. Omani Peno Rafinha, Danny Obo, and of course Lamine Yamal. Frank Torres started attacking, so it was a typical 4-2-3-1. I can't sure say. Sad Danny Obo, you roll we say no, and Manin Danny 4-3-3. It's almost like a 4-2-4 because Danny Obo no, you didn't bum balance attacking instead of so balance midfield no. It's any time be about say bona Obesha Danny Obo no. Yeah, man for prefer Gavi. Said we are coming that midfield hegemony, but it hasn't been the case. Real Madrid, on the other hand, they started in a typical 4-2-3-1. And how a game no core, you know, Ubenya Thibaut Courtois, Lucas Vázquez, Asensio, Netramen in the starting or central defense, or Fran Garcia, and a ball left back. Now, double pivot, when a bit uncharacteristic, Dani Ceballos, Valverde, Gula, Bellingham, Vini Jr., and Kylian Mbappe, and a boy. This game brought us a lot of visuals. how a game require, you know. What follow this season? I classical beer himself.
Well, not to catch you, but yeah, say I in a full from on to the yeah use we know for now. The best sound ball pel no for now. I won't say the best. I want to more. I say be a sound on your cloud. I wouldn't say you senior sound here. I had it. Sound of the war in it. Bombed money about drive 90 sound of the war in it. The sound bay yen chebia and you you zoo to say you studio 2 microphones on am day film. Na ya fan crack and mom fan che beba sound no so ye. And light na be or say baby and so benya bibia come because we know pro wise na bo no nyam kwada screen cra nyam kwada touch. Okay. New yanko.
Yeah, so El Clasico was so now me breaking Como into 2 different phases. First one no Barcelona for this season my imagine say more end defending with blocks but under pressing opponents you know leaving a very high line of space between the goalkeeper and the back line. Now creating a lot of chances par the opponent you know yeah our permit when we breaking protocol 88th minute yeah transition the call 84th minute share or time you know now say the American see after the 88th minute I got 2 minutes or even 1 minute and then international we Barcelona and the Real Madrid but okay Inter Milan no na how many minutes na Barca caught into the Champions League final and a draw 1-7
oh what seconds 180 seconds
so your short time you know 88 minutes 31 seconds look at Barcelona's defense Munoz this guy in the free bench by now Bobo to train
yeah almost or La Masia product no.
Yeah.
To no more dinner them no.
Oh no. This situation when the league bas a free no. But Hansi Flick is telling the world to say, and yet that inter situation never man assistant. And so game no be call Barca favor. It was 4-3 but Hansi Flick as a coach no made sure say still no obe attack position and watch this. Is he say yeah now baba between the striker and the Shexini. But you should be on common war. Maturely this boy is a youngster. They are meant to waste chances. And the chance I was saying any day, how do you do that? But you show the high line of defense, you know. Anyhow, Barcelona structure, you know, a bit destabilizing or more going for it. First of all, this is the high line of defense. Barca defense, you know, 45-meter distance, almost 50, you know. Actually, say goalkeeper, I don't know, and all making sure I say that you know, about wiping away. This is a risky because you are dealing against Kylian Mbappe. Now the pass comes from almost 25-meter distance. Now space in that what you know, and then Mbappe out or she. Now look at this. Support what you know Mbappe ne do you even need time to track the player? Yeah, oh here time because Mbappe or a pass here and down to the goalkeeper or the attacker no. Or bet me I finish a chance. So a see. Now Shexin wants my making or bomber Arsenal or bomber Juventus. Yo. At Barcelona, the defending has been very different. They do commit errors, rough anyhow. Everybody could try Mbappe, okay, and you're ready in America. Or also could try Kubasi maybe in the Champions League. The highlight continues to bring a lot of issues to Barcelona. Now, this situation, you know, actual game, oh, Mbappe there being a Yawasa. Look at the Barca last line. So passing in your mayo, but it's on a half 10 or should be a ball or more dropping the fever. Now, the margin of space between Kylian and Mbappe, but your general. And then Shexini the goalkeeper at 30.4 meter distance. Then Mbappe the distance na yehu no mu Shexini. And the soldiers are saying to us you press it, your mama pressure then pressing. What if you lose the ball in 10 over? Not just a space we say no. Keep on letting me and kind of hook a crowd. Yo, attack an opportunity so the ball no better net. So a body say no Shexini, no more pressure the ball so. Now watch it critically. Let's say, Shexin born in the country for take a crab, the tower and Mbappe, and Shexin by now, no about committee away. But I know offside and you're offside, whatever it is, Barca won the game, and I wouldn't want to put more focus on that. But my emphasis here at the high line of defense. Now, I try set this is, you know, a better Barcelona. And of course, of our own social impact, and Kylian Mbappe be in a or Boshe. Now, Hano, I'm a shabon worker, who can't remember the 40 in our budget so. But what time Barca brutal. Now this was a situation Barca lost the ball in 10 over. This is another high line of defense. Yeah, how many times the high line are two?
Yeah. Almost.
Yes, towers in the water. Kylian Mbappe in a different tower now. My catch was Mbappe in face will give part of the forget it. 2018 the other year Mascherano Mupa or walk out on.
Yeah.
So face will keep high out. forget it. Definitely the ball better it. But the high line of defense as a concept for Hansi Flick, it continues to yield a lot of problems for Barcelona. How is it going to be solved? It's Basaya. Who is the defender here? Defender no not come no. But it's one-on-one situations to the goalkeeper. Or save team. When to save or consider the high line as a concept. Barcelona Jonathan Tabeba. Webeba. And of course, this was the situation. We will say, I sense to me say born first one when they see me for no. And when inside pushing la me my free ball. You can see clearly here. So lose ball. But when inside Pian la me, if this was the scene that leading to go no. But that was not that issue. Nemo what checking your money in Madrid dear. You not have to put 2 more blocks behind the ball out. Watch Madrid critically. We're putting more blocks because of blocks are opening about 2-3 players, 4, 5, 6, 7. Echo elbow nechi. Anytime a basa echo akoshe.
Okay.
Unlike Madrid ekosha yana basa for any hono. Basa ekosha dia. Yana Madrid for a tower chilopa and adiana M1 Madrid. A D Madrid nya and a game a concentration individual. On a show go we see. Share the position in here. But we are generally behind one of marking. But Madrid is doing a very fantastic zonal marking. Zonal he took over, he took charge of Eric Garcia. No, Janimo. Yeah. And no Eric Garcia. So Madrid have more players in the box. Yet concentration levels really diminished. At the time Eric Garcia had the ball in 2 minutes. Fantastic goal. Eric Garcia in Edema Barcelona 4. Now this is any time a dear defender Ojina will say zonal marking comes with a lot of concentration and awareness. But SSM Madrid a defender staying in the box trying to create a lot of blocks, Now my basa for so switch expand it or more attack, So ya Osha this goal was caught by Lamine Yamal. But should be a Lamine Yamal. There will be a Jerry Martin Sujana because no person almost stretch it. Madrid defense and said a coin about them.
That's right.
Lamine Yamal or Hano, Jerry Martin, and one. Madrid plays at this point. Who said Courtois? He's aligning himself with the ball. But aha, Nabajila Lamine Yamal. Makalami once match royal some time ago. I didn't boy years a year, of fitting into the changing nature of the modern day football. Maka once match royal. So what you two say goals I share the road one if you fa and I say Fibenkum and ever. Goals do drone and say yes she do drone now. And yet typical number 9 for them they said those goals So I shall be so. So yeah, usually one thing about Madrid team say Ancelotti wanted to find a way which he stay very solid, but it was a bit difficult, especially so when you have more players behind the board. Yeah, not about to keep ball the check. But a 1 or 2, just as you can see on your screen, 2 central defenders in Aka. Obio Okabiano has been locked out of the ball. But this is something a boss for Barcelona for no. Quite easy at the moment. Sebastian counter be to say one honest thing I've seen about this Barcelona team, and of course Rafinha and say, yeah, Rafinha Baba one player be finishing and because I will develop it. No, at least say speed or trickery, it can dazzle at some point, but finishing as an attribute of a forward, now a bit difficult. Now Lamine Yamal in terms of vision, Lamine, you're a super player. Lamine, you're a super player. No, Lamine, you're a super player. Oh no, say, board on your baby, one for a Shall be a Lamine, I say, you catch us a pass or a Benkuma and a pass on the Toha. What I said, technically, then possible. First of all, the Trivella takes that question out. Number 2, Babia Mede Aronato, Hona Rafinha, or Babe Pimbono. So watch Rafinha. But then only Rafinha thinking any that kind of synergy at this point. But Lamine is for this generation.
Okay.
Lamine is right for this generation. I mean, watch this pass. Yeah, the pass is so explicit. Say, defend the B and Roberts may pass and who be. And one secret about Lamine. The whole no Carlos win the best share. Okay. 101.1. Herrera more Herrera Monel. Those players will not be shy. Barca press Madrid. Now this was a situation and also by Classico Mentensi. Shade be out 2 central defenders just as we say passing a corner. They pressed Madrid here. I'm winning ball now quickly and I'm more a transition here the coy. This Air Classico mami who said as I said Madrid I repair a lot of areas oh mutimum. Right back, left back, and some Yehojuma. It's 6 as a Madrid Yehojuma. And of course, yeah, you to me can't come away now our brass central defense so you call. Okay, Dean Heisen so bet me about Real Madrid, bet me about Real Madrid, bet me about Real Madrid. Alonso bet me about back free. Alonso bet me say, "Yow, me Real Madrid can, but one thing I make can actually Barca for ne say, I dey be see a game no man na ma dwene call you kra. Ya ohwade na ye mfa ye nkomo nsi. Pedri ye la me ya ma die bi. Na ne ma dwene anko. What will say? La me na fa ball no won chen ho. O fa ball na oba abewura box mu. E do hu say Rafinha nie. Show TV so Rafinha na Real Madrid box in no. But Rafinha actually there's another space. Space we no Pedri dia. And that space we Rafinha dia. Why not the ball man at this point? Let me manage Nasro. Let me manage Nasro. Rafinha and a box in no. And then you have Pedri here. But at the ball no come Rafinha. When Rafinha said no Pedri ja. No Pedri ja like me yama. Say confirm ball no and 2 on the feet because no so bad. But to me, I mean, watch the two players. Ombe kasa. And Lamy was trying. And normally who said Pedro more respecting Obasa.
Oh yeah.
More respecting him. Because Lamy, you know, Lewandowski will create me can say, but he had time to explain himself to Pedri.
Okay.
Yo, I think said, oh share Alonso bana and yeah, and how way for no Madrid for no, but they have Madrid for no. The fact that the 3-4-3 no. Everything a function with which players. Yeah, my honest opinion say about Madrid team we say Omanya Trent all right, but they need a left back. Yeah, okay. They need another 6 team with Trent no kwanye enough.